Hey, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time it is. Thanks for watching. This is going to be episode 9 for AJH Politics. Thanks you for listening. I'm going to be talking about political optics in this one. I don't think there's anything inherently R-rated about that, but I will possibly say some vulgarity, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to try to be as quick as possible with this one. I know last month's was like a stupid long video and it got like no views, so like whatever. But anyway, thanks. Yeah, that was about last episode. It was bad. I'm going to be shorter. We're going to talk about political optics. We're going to start right here with Olivia Julianna. Now, this person went viral a little while ago, and I'm kind of late to the party, but that's okay. The point of it is that she is there from the Democrat Party and in charge of some sort of outreach to help reach young men. And suffice it to say, at a glance, you're already kind of like, not classically beautiful. Not so. I don't really want to insult her. We're going to move past any of that because what we're really talking about is political optics. And so that's what kind of got me thinking about it. And so that's when I went to the Democratic Party's national page. Okay, and here's the Democrat Party's website, homepage. Just tell me what you see, because I can tell you what I see is I see a bunch of women screaming at the top of their lungs. They got their phones out. Oh, they are high and mighty. You can see the one on the left there. She's like looking up. I mean, to whoever is speaking, I mean, they kind of worship them. It looks loud. It looks angry. It looks selfish. I mean, just ask yourself the following question, okay? After a man does a long, hard day of work, do you really think he wants to come home to a house and have to deal with what they were dealing with right then and there? Optics. Think about what it is that you're selling. I mean, like, I just think of the Ford F-150 prototypical football season truck commercial. And they're all doing their, big truck stuff. And then they come home and they're just like, all right, guys, time for me to go do this now. And you're just like, oh, man, you killed it. Like, it doesn't matter if it's the world's best truck. You would just kind of not want to buy the product. At least that's how I see it. And I understand I pretty much don't like the Democratic Party's platform in about every single sense. That being said, just think of your optics. So anyway, that was more or less the gist of the entire video. But just to round it out, we might as well go to the Republican Party and the Libertarian Party. So here's the Republican Party. Just at a glance, you can see a very large flag, so a very symbolic symbol. And then you go down and you see people. You see the individual. You see what appears to be some successful men, kind of laughing, smiling, enjoying themselves. You see, obviously, the military, some sort of respect for the military. Then you've got the girl with the Christmas tree. She's putting up some star-spangled bows on it. Some sort of probably relevance to religious and cultural unity and traditional norms and things of that sense. And then on the right there, you have a nice collection of people. We the people, there's another flag. There's just a nice thumbs up and a smile. Like the girl is smiling. Everyone in here is smiling. The military person are smiling. Yeah. Lastly is the Libertarian Party. Here you'll notice that there's kind of a lack of American flags. The symbology is really the flame of Lady Liberty. We do have, what are we looking at? We got some people out there volunteering. That might kind of look like an idea of they will eat the bugs and like it. Libertarians do believe in voluntarism. You can't force anyone to do stuff, but you should give a shit enough to volunteer. We have another guy in the middle there smiling, looks like he's, out there communicating, interacting, well dressed, but if you look outside in the background, you can kind of see he's not down on Wall Street, he's down on Main Street. You got some people smiling again about how to do stuff, and in the bottom it's kind of cut off, but just as like, what do you see when you just, at least what my screen saw? You see somebody working in tech, some sort of idea of probably economic growth and stuff like that. Okay, so that's the episode. Thanks for watching. I think I've hopefully done a fairly well enough job of just kind of explaining, just to really highlight the idea of how Democrats don't get men. I take a marketing class, like, I don't know what else to tell you. Think about the product that you're selling and think about what would attract that to your consumer. I don't think men want to deal with a bunch of greedy, unhinged, demanding. I mean, by all means, be as individual as you want, but I mean, like, you just talk about like a layer of just succubus right there. And it's like, ugh, like really, that's not selling. Not right now, I can tell you that much. It doesn't really matter if you think the Democrat Party is the best platform ever. Like, as much as I disagree with that, you can believe that, but just what optics do you literally think you're selling? How about you actually show young men being successful because of your policies? But that's kind of not really their game plan. So anyway, I don't really want to rip too much on the Democratic Party because, frankly, you can look at the RP, the Republican Party, and the Libertarian Party, and I talked about what their symbolism looks like. You can either agree with it or disagree with it as much as you want. We're going to let that be that for this episode, and I will hopefully see you next month. Thanks. Bye.